Extra. Good morning to you. 7 o'clock on the dot on this peak of the week, Wednesday morning. So glad to have you joining us, streaming live here on Facebook, YouTube, and all of our streaming platforms for another great day here on the show. We have a lot coming up, forecasts, a lot of news to talk about, and polls.
Yeah, we always do love to get your opinion on many things. I clicked on the wrong graphic, I think, here. Yes, I did. Many things, yesterday we talked about Hogwarts houses and,
I'm a Slytherin.
What is it called? Enlightened you to the Hogwarts houses and characters. And then, we talked about, what else did we talk about yesterday?
So many different things. We talked
traveling. Stuff like that.
Where would you go? Like your destination, culture, events?
Yes.
Wonderful things to talk about, and we appreciate you joining us. Like I said, you can watch us wherever you go. Take us with you to the grocery store, to work. Download our app. Watch us on your connected TV. You can search us on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. Just type in firstalert7.com or KOSA. You can also download us on your phone or tablet. You can find us on firstalert7.com as well. All completely free to you because we have a great time here on Wake Up West Texas Extra each and every weekday morning.
Yeah, when we're getting towards, it is the peak of the week today. We are headed towards the weekend. And, I know we didn't do it today.
I did it today.
Oh, well, we got to, anyway, but it's fine. We like to do the peak of the week. Got to
get over
the hump. We get towards the weekend. Jacob Brandenburg started that, so we miss him. But that's okay. So, looking like a nice weekend, though. Today, though, still looking a little breezy, but not terrible. But we'll get to that later.
Yes, let's start off with our West Texas Weighs In polls this morning. You can go to firstalert7.com/vote or scan the QR code right there on your screen to vote. Which team would win in a fight, Matthew and Sawyer or one Kung Fu robot? That's a great story because take a look at this story. We talked about Kung Fu robots who were dancing and doing all kinds of fights and acrobatics. It was crazy.
Who do you think would win in a fight? I don't think we would win, quite honestly.
Matthew and Sawyer? I'm pretty aggressive, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It depends.
You
seem pretty aggressive yourself. Oh, okay, I guess not.
I do. That wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I think it was our director who has no faith in us, but that's okay.
Or one of our many viewers.
Yeah, one of our viewers as well. It was probably my mom. She thinks we're not going to win.
She's probably right, honestly. Let's just be real here. What's our next question? I'm curious. Our next poll question is, oh, look, we're going up. Would you wear smart underwear that tracks your flatulence? That's a nice fancy way of putting that. Yes, I would. That's a great question. That's also in a story, yes, as well. There's a smart underwear is a thing now. They have smart everything these days. And that was one of the topics that tracks you, because it could be a health concern. That's the thing. It's able to track that for your doctor, Sawyer.
I don't know. It just seems I would not do that. No.
No? Okay, 50-50.
I don't need to track that.
You never know. Some people do. You got to have that option.
Health is important for sure. That's why you just got to take your probiotics.
Well, yes, that's true. Take those probiotics. Any other questions on the polls? We're going to come back to these throughout the show. It's National Drink Wine Day. Will you be drinking wine today? No, I will not be, especially on a weeknight. But I'm not a wine drinker. I've had a glass of rosé at a training event I was at in Central Texas, and that's all I've had. Ever. That's not the only, that's the only wine I've had.
I will be drinking a glass of wine later today. Probably obviously after I get off, but probably early on, right after I get off. I have some wine. It is a dessert wine, so it's a little weird, just kind of by itself. Yeah, it's like very sweet.
Okay.
But it's pretty good. It's from a local place out here.
Awesome.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. And then there's one more, I believe.
Oh, one more poll. Let's see. I'm curious. Which mythical creature would you rather have as a friend? Well, what would I pick? A dragon? I don't know if I would pick a dragon. I would probably pick a mermaid.
A mermaid as a friend?
Yes.
Okay, well.
Because it's yes, I don't want to be a siren, but no, because they're human, kind of. Right there, you can talk to them.
They're half human.
Fairies are small humans, I guess.
I chose fairy. I love
Tinkerbell.
People might not know this, but I love Peter Pan. I love Disney. Well, I love Disney. Most of you hope.
I hope you know that by now.
But I do love Peter Pan. Peter Pan is my favorite Disney movie. I have a Peter Pan tattoo. So I chose a fairy, whether it's Tinkerbell or any of the fairies in the fairy world. There are Tinkerbell movies.
Yes.
There's like a pirate fairy one. Tom Hiddleston's in that. He's Captain Hook.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's very, very
Love
good.
Tom
He
Hiddleston.
sings. It's great. I'll have to show you during our break. But yeah, I chose fairy because, yes, it's just a tiny human.
Just a tiny. That's a good way to look at it. Mermaid or fairy would probably be a good pick. Let us know what you think. You can go to firstalert7.com/vote. Like we said, go to the QR code right there on your screen. That's probably the easiest way to let us know. Or just comment below. We'll take that too, right?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your choices in the comments, and we can read them out and see what y'all think. And even if your option's not up here, and you would want a hippogriff from yesterday. We were talking about that with Harry Potter. Those are in the Harry Potter universe. Go ahead, put that down. Whatever you want to put down.
Let us
love to see your
know.
comments. Please interact with us. We had very minimal interaction yesterday. It was kind of.
We wanted to have fun. That's
Yes.
true. We're watching the comment section, so let us know what you think on this Wednesday as we take a live look outside this morning over the skies of Big Spring. Look at that.
Pretty sunrise
Gorgeous.
out there. We are still hanging on to some clouds to start off the morning, but not too bad of a start to the day. Temperatures are mild for most. I'm actually kind of warm in here.
Yeah,
and I
a
thought I
little bit.
turned the air down, but it hasn't kicked on. so
No,
I'm
it's
still,
a little stuffy.
Maybe you'll have to do that while I'm doing my weather. But
Look at those clouds.
But yeah, still hanging on to some clouds across parts of the region. We'll go a couple places really quick because it's not terribly late yet this morning. So we'll go to, let's go to Chicago, the
Ooh,
Windy City.
Chi-town.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is not a normal view that we usually have.
Oh,
I think
this is
it
different?
is still technically over the
bean?
the cloud gate, or whatever it's called.
I just call it the bean.
But it's a little bit more like tilted up as opposed to down in that plaza area. But you can see some of the city. You can see the lake there. The sun still making its way up, and it's a little bit hazy out there as well.
That's very nice. You can tell they wanted a shot of the sunrise
Yes.
facing the east instead of down at the bean. Maybe they switch it during the day.
Let's
station
go.
there.
It's a little bit foggy across some spots. So this is Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Known for their air shows. Oh,
Honestly, that's what I was thinking. Oshkosh,
foggy
Wisconsin.
as could be.
Yeah, very foggy there. This is on the Fox River, which goes up through like Green Bay and stuff too.
Okay.
And then this is in Maryland. This is the National Harbor, and this looks really cool. Not foggy there. A little hazy and a little
that's cool.
overcast, but we have the pier there and the Ferris wheel.
Giant Ferris wheel there, right on the pier.
Mm-hmm.
Looks fantastic to start our day. Thank you for looking around the country. That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then
LEDs.
And then coming back home, let's head to. Let's go to Fort Stockton. Yeah, it lights up. It's not
Lights
cool.
up. Oh,
Fort Stockton looking really nice as well this morning.
Beautiful.
With, partly cloudy skies, I would say overall. Literally half of the screen has clouds, half the screen does not. But still seeing that sunrise out there starting off the day. And now here's a look at our temperatures and forecast this morning. Like I said, a little bit mild, but we do also have those weather alerts in effect for some still to start off the day. A high wind warning in effect later this morning through tomorrow night. So not even tonight, but tomorrow night, because high winds are still expected to continue into our Thursday for the Guadalupe and Delaware Mountains for wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour. Then a wind advisory in effect from 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Central Time today through tonight for those areas in tan for wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour. And a red flag warning in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas in red, of course, for near critical fire danger. No outdoor burning, and avoid activities that may cause sparks. Temperatures currently ranging from the 30s to the 60s, 49 in Midland, 48 here in Odessa. And those winds aren't too bad just yet, anywhere from being calm to about 15 miles per hour, but they are expected to pick up through the day. Partly cloudy skies, as we saw from those iCams, and of course from radar and satellite as well. But starting off the day with quiet conditions through the day, expect mostly sunny skies, quiet conditions to continue, but those winds will pick up later on today. Calming down a little bit overnight before we do head into Thursday, seeing those winds picking up once again. Temperatures currently are going to warm into the 70s and 80s, a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still above normal for this time of year. 75 for Midland and Odessa's high temperature today. And looking ahead to that First Alert 7-10 day forecast, still breezy Thursday and into Friday as well, before we see things cooling down into the weekend, with temperatures actually back to below normal for this time of year, Sunday and into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well, before more breeze in the forecast coming up on Tuesday.
All right, sorry, thank you very much. And now for a look at the Morning Extra news you can use on this Wednesday morning. We'll begin with your first alert out of Midland Freshman High School that was placed on a secure status yesterday morning. The district saying that this was because of an off-campus situation in the surrounding area. Midland IC says it took place before the school day even started and was not actually connected to the campus, but they wanted to be extra safe for students and staff who were already there for the day and on their way to the school. A traffic alert for Odessa drivers. Listen up on Interstate 20 heading west. That is from Midland to Odessa. That one lane will be closed, I should say, along the interstate there because of certain projects going on. This is going to last through February 22nd, which as of today is about 4 more days to go. So keep that in mind. If you're traveling westbound, be prepared for any lane reductions. A slowdown in traffic is also expected there too. Early voting began yesterday for the March 3rd primaries that are coming up, and we have you covered if you're not quite sure where to cast your vote. Here's a look at Odessa locations across the board in the county. From Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., you can go to the XTRA County Courthouse Annex Building on 8th Street, the Kellis Turner Community Building in West Odessa, the MCM Elegantes Hotel Bermuda Ballroom, the Globe Theater at Odessa College, and Salinas Community Building. In Midland County, you can go to their elections office at room 103 in the County Annex Building off of Scarborough and A Street, meeting room 113 of the Centennial Library, classroom number 4 at the Cogdale Learning Center, and the art room of the Village at Manor Park Allen Hale Community Center. You can find the full list of early voting locations as well as sample ballots for Midland Odessa at firstalert7.com. That was your Morning Extra for this Wednesday. For the latest news, weather, and sports, log on to firstalert7.com or our mobile news app or by following our Facebook page. 7:11 now. Let's take a live look outside over the skies of Fort Stockton. It's just getting more and more beautiful as the day goes on. Linda Ramirez, good morning to you. She said it looks beautiful outside, and boy, do I agree with you. It looks fantastic out there as we start our day. Coming up next, meteorologist Roy McRoy will rejoin us with a look at some stories happening across our area and our reactions to them. But also, download our app. Take us with you wherever you go. Watch us on your connected TV, phone, or tablet anytime, anywhere. Stay with us.
Every night at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here. New tonight.
First Alert 7 News is where West Texas turns for what's happening right now.
Reporting at the First Alert desk, I'm Lauren Munt.
And what's happening next.
Well, it is a First Alert 7 weather day.
Bringing the stories important to you first.
New tonight. We'll remember we were your first alert when several
asking the right questions and finding solutions.
Keeping your family safe just got easier.
First Alert 7 is working for you.
First Alert 7 News at 10.
How can you eat this slop?
Hungry for laughs?
My mouth is tone deaf.
Then enjoy 2 helpings of humor.
Here, have some more of my pot roast.
Every weeknight. So whether it's a main dish.
Looks like some mighty good fried chicken.
Steak?
Something lighter.
Sandwiches from the mess tent.
Or just dessert.
That's an ice cream churn.
Make way for the ice cream.
Why don't we go to the mess tent? They're serving humble pie.
Get your fill of funny with Nash and Andy.
Watch on MeTV Channel 30.2. As summer turns to fall, changes in the air. Here in the Permian Basin, change can come fast, but you don't have to be caught off guard. At First Alert 7,
We are going to be looking at scattered showers and thunder showers.
we track every shift, big or small. And when we know, you'll know.
Here's what we're tracking here on the Weather Maker's map.
We are continuing to see some showers and thunderstorms.
Plan your day clearly and easily with the First Alert Weather Team. Changes will happen, but with First Alert 7 weather, you'll be ready.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are they hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on First Alert 7. And then stay tuned for First Alert 7 News at 4. Every night at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here. New tonight.
First Alert 7 News is where West Texas turns for what's happening right now.
Reporting at the First Alert desk, I'm Lauren Munt.
And what's happening next.
Well, it is a First Alert 7 weather day.
Bringing the stories important to you first.
New tonight. We'll remember we were your first alert when several
asking the right questions and finding solutions.
Keeping your family safe just got easier.
First Alert 7 is working for you.
First Alert 7 News at 10.
How can you eat this slop?
Hungry for laughs?
My mouth is tone deaf.
Then enjoy 2 helpings of humor
Here, have some more of my pot roast.
every weeknight. So whether it's a main dish,
Looks like some mighty good fried chicken.
Steak? Mm-hmm.
something lighter,
Sandwiches from the mess tent.
or just dessert,
That's an ice cream churn.
Make way for the ice cream.
Why don't we go to the mess tent? They're serving humble pie.
get your fill of funny with Nash and Andy.
Watch on
Now
MeTV
from the
Channel
First Alert 7
30.2
Weather
Center. Here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Wednesday, everybody. We do have a couple of weather alerts to start off the day. We do have that high wind warning in effect for the Guadalupe and Delaware Mountains starting later this morning, continuing through tomorrow night for those gusts up to 80 miles per hour. Then a wind advisory in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas in tan for wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour. A red flag warning in effect later this morning through tonight as well for those areas in red, of course, with near critical fire danger expected. So please avoid outdoor burning and activities that may cause sparks. Heading through the day, we are going to see those winds picking up, not quite as bad as yesterday, but still breezy, especially for those western portions of the region. Gusts for the Midland Odessa area up to about 35 miles per hour today. So like I mentioned, not quite as bad as we saw yesterday, but still a touch breezy. Temperatures are going to be up and down as we head throughout the next 10 days, above normal and below normal by this weekend, behind a cold front with temperatures anywhere from about 2 to 7 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. Heading into the weekend, we are starting off the day with quiet conditions, but hanging on to some clouds across the region, but that is making for some nice sunrises across West Texas and Southeast New Mexico as well. Temperatures currently ranging from the 40s to the 70s across the state, sitting at 47 currently at Midland International Air and Spaceport. Those winds anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour, so not too bad just yet. And we are hanging on to some clouds across the state, but otherwise quiet conditions. For the travelcast for today, warm and breezy with those winds anywhere from about 10 to 25 miles per hour. High today of 75, low overnight of 47. And if you are traveling anywhere across the state today, here's a look at what to expect. 79 and partly cloudy for Dallas, 79. Partly cloudy, a little bit breezy for Houston, 83. Mostly sunny for Austin, 71. Mostly sunny and a little bit breezy for our friends just to the north in Lubbock. Looking ahead to that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, we are going to see things remaining warm throughout the rest of the week and breezy as well before that cold front on Friday will cool things down into the weekend. The temperatures back into the 60s and even 50s coming up on Sunday. Early morning lows those days into the 30s. Sunday morning right around freezing, 33 degrees, so a little bit cooler. Going to be feeling like it should be for this time of year.
That's true.
And then we are looking to see more wind and warmer temperatures back in the forecast coming up next week.
I was saying earlier, Linda, looking at the iCam, looked beautiful out there in Fort Stockton.
Yeah, you know, it's a really nice start to the day. I always love, you know, clear skies, of course, but those clouds can make for a nice sunrise, you know, mixed in with those, you know, just those hues in the sky, the colors. It makes it kind of all come together. Yes.
There you go. I see what you're saying. It's like a painting.
Yes.
It really is like a painting. Thank you so much for streaming with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. Glad to have you with us. Starting off this Wednesday, it is extra. That's right. We're going to have a great show. We still have a lot more to talk about, including a very interesting story out of Midland where there's a local influencer. You know, she's a TikToker. She's got over 1 million followers, but she's not the usual influencer in many different ways. And of course, this is part of our monthly series called Hendrix Heroes, where we highlight very special people in our community.
And our own Jay Hendrix introduces us to this month's Hendrix Hero, a woman who has over 1 million followers on TikTok and does it all from her home in Manor Park in Midland.
I'm here with TikTok famous Torchy Swinson. That is your real name.
That is my real name. My sister was 7 years old and she did not want a baby. That she was the only child. And mother said, well, you can name the baby when it comes, boy or girl, I didn't know. So when I was born, she named me Torchy after a soap opera heroine in 1940. I was born in 1940. So that's what she named me, and my mother let her.
That's how Torchy came to be.
I was going to tell you something. I just realized I've reached the last years of my I'll be so glad when. I wasted so much time on that. I'll be so glad when they're out of diapers. I'll be so glad when they start school. I'll be so glad when they're out of school. I'll be so glad when this, when that, when we can retire. If I could tell you one thing, and I'm not trying to be that old wise woman giving you advice, but if I could tell you one thing, don't postpone joy.
You are not getting rich off this.
Oh, no, I'm not. Last week I made $26. The week before I made $13. So I'm not I'm not getting rich off of it. I wish there was.
I was going to tell you something. I believe that today the technology has advanced to the place where they could put the frosting all the way to the edges on the Pop-Tarts. I really do.
What a wonderful story there. An influencer, they tell you age is just a number. You can do it at any different time.
Maybe that's what we need to turn to.
I think so. We want to be, we're here on social media right now. So we're influencing social media with the news.
Yes.
It is a certain way to look at it. Can we take a live look outside this morning over the skies of Fort Stockton? Look at that. We just wanted to look at it one more time. Isn't that beautiful?
It is really nice. You know, it was a little bit more fiery just a couple of minutes ago. I was looking at.
Right before.
I know, of course, you know.
Right before.
But still a really nice sunrise out there with that cloud cover mixed in. And I wish I could move it to the right a little bit because I think that might.
Maybe show it a little bit better. Let's see. Let's probe.
Hold on. This is.
Oh, Presidio.
That looks really nice this morning. I love a good pink sunrise. Pink is my favorite color. So I love that. That looks so pretty. And Midland, Midland looked kind of nice as well. Not quite as nice as, you know, those areas. Oh, well.
Oh, got some flags. Not really doing too bad right now, but they will.
Not too windy this morning, so that's good to start off the day. But yeah.
That could change though.
Yes.
As you said a little bit earlier. Okay. Well, wonderful. I just wanted to take a peek outside. We were commenting in the story. Let's look outside this morning sometime. So we'll peer outside to see how the sunrise is looking in the next few minutes. But first, you know, women in the United States can expect to live about 81 years. Good information, Sawyer.
Where are we at?
60,
no, 50 something. Anyway,
no ways to go.
Time is running out, clearly. An Odessa woman, Janelle Jackson Shirley, has surpassed that by 2 decades.
Wow.
At 99, Janelle still lived alone, but after a fall, she was moved into Courtyard Senior Living. They celebrated her 101st birthday yesterday with fellow residents, staff, and family.
All of it combined has made it a very, very special day. And I am most grateful for all of that and all of you who worked to make it happen.
Janelle has been a resident of Odessa since 1947. She was a founding member of the Church of Christ and a small business owner with her husband, Janelle has accomplished a lot in her life and seen even more. She grew up during the Great Depression and throughout her life has shared memories on multiple West Texas history forums.
She loves to talk on the phone, and she still tells her stories. I made her a memory book of some pictures that she hadn't seen in probably 70 years, and she knew the stories behind the pictures.
In her 90s, she wrote and published a book titled West Texas, Where the Heart Is. The book recounts her family journey from Stephenville to Matador. Along with sharing her experiences, she has also spent time writing down her own family history. The City of Odessa, State of Texas, and the United States Senate also honored her with proclamations naming yesterday as Janelle Jackson Shirley Day in honor of her birthday. Janelle is looking forward to this time next year and making it to 102.
I'm sure she'll get there too. She has excellent genes and excellent attitude, which I think is 95% of the battle. And they look like they had a great time there at the courtyards. They had lemonade, punch, everything set up. You can see a lot of the proclamations there. Mayor Cal Hendrick, of course, we saw one earlier from the city of Odessa. But what a great time, and we appreciate them inviting us out there to be able to be a part of this special celebration with her and the fellow residents who were all taking part. So cool. I love that story. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yes, happy birthday. I want to have a big birthday bash. I don't.
For your 100th birthday?
Just in general, I haven't had one in a while.
That's true.
Just hanging out with family, you know, or alone, which sounds depressing, but.
Maybe we should, because we do. I guess we usually just have like a small gathering here at work, but yeah, maybe we'll have to do something like that. It inspires you to have a nice birthday party.
Yeah, you know, there were a ton of people there showing how much she is loved and how much people wanted to celebrate her. They
do, and you could tell, gathering by a lot. So 2 excellent senior stories, if you will, from Torchy Swinson, who is a influencer on TikTok at, you know, even living in her home there. She's doing it all from the comfort of her own home, inspiring so many millions of people all around the world. And then we have here a 101-year-old inspiring us to be able to have a good attitude all the way through and gives us the secret to longevity as well. which you can tell her daughter's so proud of her as well.
Yeah, and her daughter looks great as
She does.
well. I remarked on that during this art.
Excellent
She
genes.
looks really good.
Excellent genes.
So.
That's true. Well, again, we appreciate you joining us here for Wake Up West Texas Extra. We're going to take a quick break for a news and weather update for our viewers on First Alert 7 on TV. But again, we're taking comments below. We're going to have more polls coming up as well. We have several interesting questions we want to talk about as well. Very interesting questions. We'll get into all that and more coming up in the next few minutes or so. But we're about 1 minute out from that news and weather update. Lots to talk about in the way of weather, unfortunately, in the way of wind.
Yes.
But also the news as well. So we're going to take a quick moment to get to that news and weather update. So stay with us right here, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, FirstAlert7.com, and your connected TV app. So don't go anywhere. Wake Up West Texas Extra continues in just a moment.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Well, everyone, time now 7:26 on this peak of the week Wednesday morning. I'm here with meteorologist Sawyer McElroy for a check of the forecast. Sawyer, good morning. What a dusty day it was yesterday.
Yeah, our allergies are acting both up this morning. Lots of sneezing, lots of watery eyes, and that could continue today as well because strong winds are expected once again. High wind warning in effect later today through tomorrow night for the Guadalupe and Delaware Mountains for wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour. Wind advisory in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas, and tan for wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour. And then that red flag warning in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas highlighted in red for near critical fire danger. So avoid outdoor burning and activities that may cause sparks. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Odessa this morning, where we are hanging on to a few clouds, especially off in the distance, but also a mixture of that blue sky and sunshine as well. Temperatures currently ranging from the 30s to the 60s, sitting at 48 currently in both Midland and Odessa. Winds not too bad just yet, anywhere from being calm to about 15 miles per hour. We are starting off the day with quiet conditions, but hanging on to those clouds. Temperatures will warm into the 70s and 80s once again today, so a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still above normal for this time of year. 75 for Midland and Odessa, 81 for Fort Stockton, 84 for Presidio, and we are looking to see those mostly sunny skies through the day. Mostly clear tonight, still a little bit breezy, lows into the 40s and 50s heading into Thursday. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, where we are going to see temperatures remaining in the 70s through Friday, and those breezy conditions sticking around as well. Temperatures cooling down into the weekend with highs into the 50s and 60s before temperatures warm right back up with that breeze back in the forecast as we head into next week.
Sawyer, thank you. We'll begin tracking crime this morning in Odessa, where a man was arrested after leading deputies on a high-speed chase through the town on Sunday. Here is video caught of that chase. The XTRA County Sheriff's Office saying they initially tried to stop a vehicle suspected of drunk driving. They say the driver was 20-year-old Matthew Garza. Garza was ultimately arrested and charged with evading arrests. According to jail records, he was released on Sunday on a $20,000 bond. In Winkler County, the sheriff's deputies are warning about a spike in copper thefts across the area. Thieves are targeting oil field locations, construction sites, and air conditioning units. Officials are asking you to report any suspicious activity, especially people removing wiring or metal from properties. That's not good. If you see a crime like that, call 911 immediately. And we'll have another check of the news and weather coming your way in about half an hour right here on First Alert 7. But join us for Wake Up West Texas Extra, streaming right now live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and all of our streaming platforms. Make it a great Wednesday.
At Gray Digital Media, we develop the right message to grab attention and drive leads. With custom strategies designed to grow your brand, trust the streaming apps you know best. Cutting-edge strategies, backed by local expertise. Connect you with customers right here in West Texas and wherever your audience is. Get results that matter to you and your business. GDM West Texas, we know local. Let's connect today. GDMWestTexas.com. As summer turns to fall, changes in the air. Here in the Permian Basin, change can come fast, but you don't have to be caught off guard. At First Alert 7,
We are going to be looking at scattered showers and thunder showers.
we track every shift, big or small. And when we know, you'll know.
Here's what we're tracking here on the Weather Maker's map.
We are continuing to see some showers and thunderstorms.
Plan your day clearly and easily with the First Alert Weather Team. Changes will happen, but with First Alert 7 weather, you'll be ready.
The cornerstone of Investigate TV is investigative journalism.
Should this be better regulated?
How big of a problem is that? We always try to give viewers a takeaway, something they can learn from a story.
Should they be revoking these certifications?
The public has a right to know.
There are things that affect our homes, that affect our families, that affect our health, that we are learning every day from these stories.
It allows us to tell the best of the best stories and show them to you every day.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.
Watch on MeTV Channel 30.2. From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you, 7:31 on this peak of the week Wednesday morning. So glad to have you with us.
Yeah, you know, it's been going pretty good so far. I do get kind of confused on where we're at in the show because
it goes on.
Well, we change
Continues.
things each day. Sometimes we have weather, sometimes we don't. It's all fluid. It's always changing, and
That's what's fun about it.
I was confused on where we were at in the show. So our director was yelling at me to, well, not yelling, telling
He was
me
demanding you to sit down.
telling me to get over here, and I was like, it's not weather. Are you sure? But it's going pretty good so far. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Please comment and tell us where you're watching from. We would love to see where everybody's watching from this morning.
We're keeping an eye on the comments every step of the way. Speaking of your comments, we want West Texas to weigh in on these polls. Which team would you win in a fight? Is it Sawyer and I? Not fighting each other, by the way. Just a fight. Well, I don't know. One Kung Fu robot, too. There was a Kung Fu robot video in our show, our actual Wake Up West Texas show, showing this flipping and chopping of robots and dancing.
I was going to say they were more dancing.
It was dancing.
Honestly, it looks like they were doing Grease Lightning.
Oh, that's true. Jumping on the car, yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine. It was like 3 seconds. We're okay. Nobody's going to come for us. That's fine. But
I was like, what are you talking in the copyright?
Yeah, I started singing.
It's like a 15-second warning. Yeah.
It's 12, but that's fine. I learned that in middle school. Did you know that?
Yes, copyright.
When I was in news in middle school.
That's true.
I want to get those clips from my
You
news
should.
in
That
middle
would be a
school.
fun segment.
I don't know who to reach out to, though.
To get the clips?
Yeah.
Are they not on YouTube?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Good question.
That'd be something to look for. Our next question is, I'm curious what the next question is. What would you wear smart underwear that tracks your flatulence? What a question that is. Most people say no. I say, why not?
I think
it's good for your health.
Weird.
It's part of your, it is weird. I guess because a company would know that, but I don't know.
Wait, is this on here?
Could be worse. Could be worse. Our next question is, it's National Drink Wine Day. Will you be drinking wine? Most people saying yes, 67 to 33 say yes. So we hope you enjoy some nice wine today. Whatever your preference is. I don't know the names. There's a Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, right? And there's a dry wine, sweet wine, dessert wine.
Yeah, sorry, you put an idea in my head and then I was looking into that idea. It is National Drink Wine Day. I will be drinking wine. I have a bottle of wine in my fridge. It's about half gone. And it is a dessert wine.
Over what period of time?
Not very long, or no, a while. I've had it.
Oh, so you just sip on it here and there.
I think I got the bottle, I don't know, like September, August. So it's been a while. I don't.
Oh, okay. So you just barely take anything every little bit. Okay, we'll have some today.
Yeah, I'll have some later today.
Join the group.
Why not?
Which mythical creature would you rather have as a friend, Sawyer?
Did you end up not voting on this?
No, I did not.
Okay, I was going to say you told us
I will
what your
now.
answer was, but it's not on there. I'm intrigued by 67% is dragon. I know our director chose that, but then regretted the decision.
I don't think that'd be my friend.
For reasons that we shall not discuss. But I chose a fairy. I love Peter Pan. I love Tinkerbell. So I chose fairy because it would be fun to, have a fairy.
I chose
fairy dust, pixie dust.
I'm going to choose
fly.
mermaid.
Why is that, Matthew?
Because I think it would be nice to have a mermaid friend. It's someone who's very human-like, more than the others.
Yeah, there is no water here, is what our producer's saying.
We could put a mermaid in Buffalo Wallow or Wadley Barren Park. It'd be very shallow. You don't have much place to live. Okay, is that funny just to me? Because they're very shallow. They're only like 3 feet deep. The water.
Okay, that was kind of lame.
I know.
Yeah, it was pretty lame.
Vote on our polls. Go to firstalert7.com/vote. Scan the QR code to weigh in this morning. And take us with you wherever you go. Work, store, grocery store, you name it. You can watch your favorite First Alert 7 shows right here on our app. Download it on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. And now for the funny videos of the morning. Look at this. Even bison celebrate Valentine's Day. 2 bison enjoyed heart-shaped enrichment items at the Oakland Zoo on Monday. The video shows one bison rubbing its head on a heart-shaped enrichment heart strung up on a tree, while the other bison is gnawing at theirs on the ground. Maybe one is loving love and the other's not liking love as much.
Valid.
Zoo officials say let love is in the air though all year round, especially for the love of food, enrichment, and a great head of hair. That they do. They look great.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it. Enrichment toys are always very good to have for any type of animal. We've seen animals, playing with fruit, when it's a hot summer day, or enjoying, multiple types of enrichment. Your prompter's running away from you. Oh. There you go. But yeah, I think that's fun. It just looks like it's like a box of hay or something.
It does.
Kind of like a piñata.
Yeah, like a piñata. It's a bison piñata. That's true. Also, like we talked about a while ago, it is National Drink Wine Day, the unofficial holiday for those who enjoy a nice glass of wine every now and then. And there's so many different types you can go to. We have connoisseurs of wine. There's just all kinds of people. Isn't there a word for that? A wine connoisseur?
Don't say that. I don't think that is true.
Wine connoisseur. Let me see. A sommelier, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, that's the term. Oh, boy. I've only had a glass of rosé.
That is so crazy that you've only had a single glass of wine in your life.
And it was in Waco, of all places, which I loved Waco. But it was a rooftop bar, fantastic. But it was one of those, like, it was a company event kind of a thing. And my former producer, one of them, was like, hey, have you ever had this wine? I was like, I haven't had any wine. And so there's like, you probably want to start sweet, light. Rosé is that. And it was fine.
Honestly, I don't really like rosé. I do like a sweet wine.
I might try the one you're talking about, because maybe a dessert wine's more of my thing.
I don't know. It's super sweet.
Oh, like maybe I get a headache though with super sweet.
Honestly, I do too. And like I said,
no wonder you don't drink hardly. Just here and there.
Well, like I said, it's a dessert wine, so literally just having it with like dinner or.
And who's drinking it out of that kind of glass, by the way?
Well,
is that like for one person?
Yes. Why not?
Okay. I mean, yeah. Don't
at least it's not up to the top.
Yeah, for now.
But
that's
anyway,
what you see. I'll see the rest of the video.
No, there's also one that when we went to Costco that one time that we got that wine.
Oh yeah, so we took over to someone's
pretty good.
place.
It's pretty good. I want to get that again because that was pretty good, and
Time
it's not
for
a dessert
Costco
wine.
run.
It is. It's been a while.
Too long.
But anyway.
Well, look at this. It can take a while for persistence to pay off, Sawyer, but how about 22 years of persistence?
Wow.
That's how long it took for one guy in Ohio for his luck to change. He played the same 6 lotto numbers for that long every single week in the Ohio lottery. Well, the Akron, Ohio man even had his friends buying the tickets for him when he went out of town. Earlier this month, it all paid off. He hit the jackpot. $3.5 million to be exact. Upon seeing the winning numbers, he says that he yelled to his wife, quote, "We're going to get a really big pool."
What a smart man. I love a pool.
Gotta love the pool.
In Colorado, having a pool is a little weird. Just because it gets so cold, then you have to winterize it and whatever.
It's a lot of work, I imagine, upkeep.
My great aunt and uncle had one when we were younger, and that's actually where I learned to swim, was in their pool. But they had to get rid of it, sadly, when I was, I don't know, like early teens.
Probably maintenance and whatnot.
Well, no, basically their neighbors came over and ruined the pool, so.
Oh, okay, that's a whole story for another day.
Yes, we'll talk about that off of
at some point.
Wake Up West Texas Extra. But no, but I will forever mourn the pool. And then they ended up making it like a garden area, but you can still see the outline of the pool.
Oh, the pool.
And it's very just sad.
It's got
Every
a
time I
kidney
go there,
shape.
I'm like, I miss the pool.
Yeah.
Because it it was such a good time, and we'd always go there like around 4th of July weekend in the summer around my birthday, which is also around 4th of July weekend. So we'd always go swimming there and have really good memories. But yeah, they had to get rid of their pool.
Goodness
But
gracious.
yeah, persistence, very good in this man's case. You know,
Yeah.
it ended up turning out well. Our script is saying that he's just stubborn. He chose to remain anonymous, took the cash payout of $1.7 million, and says he's now retired. Also
for
smart.
him.
Get that pool and be retired, and then
Sit
go hang
out,
out by
yeah.
the pool.
There you go. It's
Why
just enough to retire on and live on.
Yes.
Wild turkeys caught on camera hilariously terrorizing a UPS driver.
I
Poor
saw
man.
this on TikTok.
Yeah, he's just trying to make deliveries in Connecticut. The driver was seen running from door to door to dodge the birds and forming plans to avoid them while in his truck. He's just trying to get out of them. These turkeys, is that a thing in Connecticut? They just have wild turkeys roaming? I guess it is the place of Thanksgiving. Obviously, it's Massachusetts I'm talking about, but same area.
Sure.
You know, the Northeast. New England's very turkey-like.
I don't
so
know. There's wild turkeys in Colorado.
even here, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's wild turkeys out here.
That's true.
I think they're everywhere. Yeah, poor dude. And he was like, I don't know if there's audio on this. I don't think there is, but
It's low. You could probably bring it up if you
yeah,
want.
I beat them, and was like gloating about it. I don't know
it's bleeped out. I'm sure they wouldn't give me the video with it. Okay, let's not. Well, we're on Facebook
let's
Live.
not turn it up.
Oh, it's up low. Yeah, I have it pretty low, so you probably can't hear it. That was my fault. Oh, but you can act like. What did he say?
He just was like, yeah, I beat you guys when he like jumps in here.
Okay.
And is like gloating to them, which probably is not the best thing to do. And it looks snowy and icy too. So
It
the fact
does.
that he's
You
like
slip.
running across that parking lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, and the turkeys like aren't being threatening. They're literally just like
They're
following.
walking around.
Yeah, they're being silly. Like they know that they're
Taunting
chasing
him,
this guy
yeah.
and taunting him, but they're not like in attack mode.
I wonder if they're gobbling at him.
Probably.
Goodness gracious.
Anyway.
Well, we've still got a lot more to come this morning here on Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Thank you for streaming with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
As summer turns to fall, changes in the air. Here in the Permian Basin, change can come fast, but you don't have to be caught off guard. At First Alert 7,
We are going to be looking at scattered showers and thunder showers.
we track every shift, big or small. And when we know, you'll know.
Here's what we're tracking here on the Weather Maker's map.
We are continuing to see some showers and thunderstorms.
Plan your day clearly and easily with the First Alert Weather Team. Changes will happen, but with First Alert 7 weather, you'll be ready.
The cornerstone of Investigate TV is investigative journalism.
Should this be better regulated? Should I be concerned? Do you recall when you became aware of that law?
The beauty of this show is that we have a team of reporters all across the country.
From very diverse backgrounds.
The public has a right to know.
How big of a problem is that?
Should they be revoking these certifications?
I think viewers are looking for something different, something fresh, something that feels helpful to them.
In a world full of goats,
A goat. Big Billy goat.
we have a small goat here. Which Me TV show is the greatest of all time?
I haven't time to listen to goat stories.
Can only one goat be the goat?
The goat eats everything.
What do you know about goats? Or can more than one goat,
Folks is bound to keep goats.
be the goat?
We have a goat here.
Stupid goat. Find your greatest of all time.
The goat.
Watch on MeTV Channel 30.2. Every night at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here. New tonight.
First Alert 7 News is where West Texas turns for what's happening right now
Reporting at the First Alert Desk, I'm Lauren Munt.
and what's happening next.
Well, it is a First Alert 7 weather day.
Bringing the stories important to you first.
New tonight. We'll remember we were your first alert when several
Asking the right questions and finding solutions.
Keeping your family safe just got easier.
First Alert 7 is working for you.
First Alert 7 News at 10. Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Wednesday, everybody. We do have a couple of weather alerts to start off the day. We do have that high wind warning in effect for the Guadalupe and Delaware Mountains. That does start late this morning, continues through tomorrow night for wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour. Then a wind advisory in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas in tan for gusts up to 55 miles per hour. And then a red flag warning in effect from later this morning through tonight for those areas, of course, highlighted in red with near critical fire danger. Please avoid outdoor burning and activities that may cause sparks. Temperatures currently ranging from the 30s to the 60s across the region. 48 currently in both Midland and Odessa. Winds aren't too bad just yet, but expected to increase through the day. And we are hanging on to some clouds, but otherwise quiet conditions Through the day, expect mostly sunny skies and quiet conditions to continue, even though we are still going to see those winds picking up and some areas of blowing dust possible as well. Not quite as bad as yesterday, though. Temperatures are going to warm into the 70s and 80s once again by this afternoon and evening. 75 for Midland and Odessa, 81 for Fort Stockton, 84 for Presidio, and those winds are going to be elevated as we continue through the day. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, where we are going to see highs remaining in the 70s throughout the rest of the work week, cooling things down into the weekend as the cold front does pass through the area late Friday into Saturday, but still going to be breezy today, Thursday, and into Friday as well.
All right, yeah, it's going to be nice out there. Temperature-wise, the wind's not so much, but, you know, get those allergy pills ready. Ready for Sunday. It's going to feel nice to remind us that, hey, it is still winter time.
Yeah, you know, 50s and 60s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Looking nice. I'm looking forward to that because yesterday was too warm, in my opinion.
Was.
We did actually
Very
reach
warm.
87 degrees at Midland International Air
Wow.
and Spaceport. Sadly, I only forecasted 82, but, you know, that wind warmed us up a lot yesterday. A little bit cooler for today, luckily, and then those temperatures remaining in the 70s throughout the rest of this week, but cooler into the weekend.
Yeah, no kidding about that for sure. Glad to have you with us here, streaming live on our Facebook page. We're following the comments section very closely. We're also taking answers to our polls. Our polls are kind of funny today. I really like them quite a lot. They're all different kinds. Yesterday's were really fun too.
Yeah, yesterday's were good.
About the Hogwarts house, or what was it, Harry Potter houses, and some of your vacation destinations. But today we have which team would you win in a fight? Sawyer and I really are not falling behind. 75-25. One Kung Fu robot would definitely win in a fight over Matthew and Sawyer.
I had to vote for us, but yeah, I honestly agree with that. I think we would lose too, quite honestly.
Now, just using fists, I guess, and hands, yes. No bats or anything of the sort. Oh, yeah, he had nunchucks, that's right.
Oh, the robot had nunchucks?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
So maybe that probably wouldn't end
They are
very well
taking
at all.
over the world.
They are. What's the next question? The next question is, would you wear smart undies that track your flatulence?
No. I chose no.
I chose yes, because why wouldn't you?
It's a little weird.
It is, but I feel like because it is such a big health indicator. It's not a huge health indicator, but I'm sure it has something to do with it. It is.
But that's why you just take your probiotics and watch what you eat.
There you go. Good advice there. Yeah,
Yes.
get that fiber going. Our next question here on the board. What is that? It's National Drink Wine Day. Will you be drinking wine today? I'm in the 33% who say no, I will not be.
He's only had one glass of wine his entire life,
Ever.
which is kind of sad. So
Yeah, maybe I need to maybe next time we do something,
we need a wine night, yes.
have a wine night. Probably have a big old headache when I leave. I'm very sensitive with that sweetness. I can't have like sweet margs. Hardly at all. Like all those things kind
are
of
my favorite.
give me a headache.
I love a good flavored sweet margarita.
I do too.
Because why not? And then the last one is, which mythical creature would you rather have as a friend? Honestly, I don't know where this came from. This doesn't have anything related to anything that we talked about in the show, but our producer Carlos comes up with really good ideas for our
polls.
67% say dragon. Nobody cares about unicorns, apparently.
You can't really talk to them. You just ride them.
Yeah, but it's still a unicorn, and don't they like fly? Or am I? What am I thinking?
That's Pegasus.
Oh yeah, I am thinking of a Pegasus. Maybe that should be up here.
Maybe that's part of it. Because that's the definition of a mythical creature.
Exactly.
Is Pegasus.
To our director, who just said something.
What did she say?
Unicorns are pure of heart.
Oh, okay. Sounds right to me. Oh, okay. So only the pure of heart can see unicorns?
In some mythical myths.
My heart's very pure. I don't see any. As I look into the mall for a unicorn.
Like, there's a winged. Never mind.
Oh, I see churros. That's all I see.
I chose fairy, and then Matthew, you still haven't voted. Oh, because it's not working.
Yes, it's not. So I'm trying to get in. It's just not working for me.
And I chose fairy, and then Matthew is trying to choose mermaid, even though it's not working for him, apparently.
I'm trying my other phone.
But yes, if you vote, please go ahead and vote. But 33% say fairy, so I'm not alone there, which is good.
That's good. But yes, I'll choose mermaid. Well, let's turn now to news across the nation we're following this morning, where officials at the Pima County Sheriff's Department in Arizona tell CBS News that DNA recovered from the glove that they found near Nancy Guthrie's home had no match at all in their DNA profiles in the FBI's national database. Authorities in Rhode Island have identified the shooter, meanwhile, who opened fire at a high school hockey game on Monday.
And in Washington, the Capitol Police arrested an 18-year-old man who ran towards the Capitol building wielding a gun. CBS News' Jesse Mitchell has more in today's top stories.
Officials at the Pima County Sheriff's Department in Arizona tell CBS News DNA recovered from gloves found near Nancy Guthrie's home did not match any DNA profiles already in the FBI's national database. Authorities say one of the most promising leads in the case is the backpack the suspect was seen wearing in the doorbell camera video the night Guthrie disappeared more than 2 weeks ago. The Ozark Trail backpack is sold exclusively at Walmart. Officials are working with the retailer to try and identify the individual who purchased the backpack. Investigators in Rhode Island have identified the shooter who opened fire at an ice rink during a high school hockey game Monday. 56-year-old Robert Dorgan, who also went by the name Roberta Esposito, shot and killed his ex-wife and adult son in the stands before being stopped by a Good Samaritan and turning the gun on himself. 3 more people, including his ex-in-laws, were critically wounded in the attack. And U.S. Capitol Police arrested an 18-year-old man in Washington, D.C. Tuesday after he ran from his car toward the Capitol building wielding a gun. Police say he wore a tactical vest and gloves and had a Kevlar helmet and gas mask in the vehicle. The man's intended target remains under investigation. Those are some of the day's top stories. Jesse Mitchell, CBS News, New York.
Let's turn now to your health headlines now, where millions of kids in the U.S. aren't having their mental health conditions addressed. A study published in JAMA Pediatrics found parents at 1 in 5 homes believe their child needs treatment for mental health. It also found 40% of kids ages 12 to 17 who had a major depressive episode did not get treatment in the past year. Financial costs and difficulty accessing care were the biggest barriers to treatment.
And a new study sheds some light on how widespread over-the-counter and prescription medication use is in the U.S. The results published in JAMA Network Open showed nearly 2/3 of adults used over-the-counter or prescription medications in the past week. About 16% of people reported taking over 5 different medications, and 3% said they take more than 10 medications.
We're learning more about how hearing loss is linked to cognitive decline. Researchers in China found that people with certain types of age-related hearing loss perform worse on memory and brain function tests. The study also suggests protecting hearing health may also help improve brain health, and doctors may even be able to identify signs of dementia earlier by testing your hearing.
And Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is set to face what could be his most critical audience yet. He is scheduled to testify in Los Angeles Wednesday in a lawsuit brought by a woman and her mother. The now 20-year-old claims that Instagram and YouTube purposely designed features on their platforms to addict young users. She says she became addicted as a child and it harmed her mental health. Zuckerberg is no stranger to being grilled. 2 years ago, he apologized to grieving parents who said social media contributed to their children's deaths, but that was in front of the Senate. This time, he'll have to convince a jury. There are more than 1,500 similar lawsuits, but this is the first to go to trial.
Social media, a very interesting take there. It is designed, and I mean, you can tell, to keep you engaged, to keep you involved. You have your DMs. It tells you when someone likes your comments. I mean, but it's also, there's the nuances like we talked about where you can keep up with your family. We talked about the popularity of Facebook around here for my family as well. But fascinating take. I didn't realize a young person that young was suing them because it harmed long-term or mental health. But I can see it. I see my cousins, young cousins who are on their phones all the time. And maybe that's a broader issue as well. It's games, things like that at such a young age. And now, a lot of schools, curriculums since COVID have integrated tablets, integrated laptops to learning, many different platforms that they use for that. And it started when we were in school. I mean, I remember I had an iPod Touch back in 2012, this would have been, 2011, 2012 probably. And we would do those games, you would quiz games on that. And, this was early on and we were starting, but that was the start of things to come. And then they had the roll-in computer laptops that you would get for, in class. And so it's just the progression of it. I'm sure social media is now used in class in some form. Although I know in Texas, they're cracking down on that specifically with this new law where you can't even have these things on inside the classroom. So good, bad. I know that's tough because a lot of parents have brought up flag concerns about security issues. What if I need to get a hold of my kid? Something's going on. Well, in that instance, they would be able to, get on the phone. Or they have the teachers, of course. But I don't know. The debate could rage on forever on that. Maybe that's a good poll question is, do you think cell phones should be allowed on in school?
Yeah, interesting.
Because for us it was. I was the first year at, it was either junior high and high school. It's been a while now. We're a pilot program to see how it would be like to have your phone's full access use. Couldn't record video, we couldn't take phone calls, but you could do anything else on it. It had it on the whole time through school.
That's weird.
And so we were able to completely just have them out and open.
I don't know.
And it worked for us, as far as I can tell.
I don't think it's changed in Colorado much, but I mean, we had no restrictions. We didn't have like lockers or anything, so we always had our backpacks on us. So we always had our phones on us. You know, some people were better at, you know, not using it than others. You know, I was always pretty good at being, you know,
just
off
respectful
of it.
about it. Yeah,
and you know,
especially during
would
class.
use it at lunch or, you know, whatever. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know. You just have to use self-control, I guess.
Moderation.
And, moderation, which I guess, you know, kind of stems from a bigger issue of these kids being
indulged. I mean, completely involved in their phone 100% of the day.
And not able to put it down, you know.
But we're a different generation, so maybe it's different now.
I feel like, you know, even with social media, I barely use it these days. Like, I'll go on Facebook, I'll go on Twitter or X or whatever it's called these days. I'll go on Instagram, but I barely post. You know, I barely interact with people's posts. Like, I don't really.
You're not glued to it.
No, I just kind of like look and I'm like, okay, this is boring. Log off. I think I spend most of my time on X anymore just because of like fandom spaces that I'm in, you know, so I get.
Especially with the Olympics going on.
Yeah, you know, I get news from that, but other than that, I just, you know, I couldn't tell you the last, well, that's not true. I was going to say I couldn't tell you the last time I posted on Twitter, but I reposted some stuff the other day.
But prior to.
But even then, it wasn't even me posting. It was just reposting stuff that other people had posted. So, but.
Interesting take. All right. We're going to take a quick break for a news and weather update for our TV viewers on First Alert 7. Stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Morning, everyone. Time now is 7:56 on this peak of the week Wednesday morning. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McRae for a check of the forecast. Sawyer, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. We are hanging on to weather alerts this morning as we do start off the day. Luckily, not quite as windy as we saw yesterday across the region. A high wind warning will be in effect later this morning through tomorrow night for those areas in purple. Then a wind advisory in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas in tan. We also do have a red flag warning in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas in red. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Midland this morning where we are seeing light winds. Those flags are not moving at all in the wind, but that is expected to change through the day. Still seeing a little bit of that haze from some dust in the air though. To start off the day, temperatures ranging from the 30s to the 60s, 48 in Midland, currently 47 here in Odessa. Those winds, like I mentioned, not too bad just yet, but expected to pick up through the day, anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. And we are still hanging on to some clouds across the region and some areas of dust just from yesterday. But overall looking like a nice day ahead. Those temperatures will warm into the 70s and 80s, so cooler than yesterday, but still above normal for this time of year. 75 for both Midland and Odessa through the day. Coming up tonight, we are going to see those lows into the 40s and 50s, 47 for Midland and Odessa heading into Thursday. Those winds still looking to be elevated though overnight, anywhere from about 10 to 30 miles per hour. Strongest winds across the higher elevations and into southeast New Mexico. Looking ahead to that First Alert 7-10 day forecast, we are going to see things remaining in the 70s with those breezy conditions sticking around Thursday and into Friday as well. Ahead of a cold front that will cool things down heading into the weekend with those temperatures back in the 50s and 60s by Sunday into Monday.
Sawyer, thank you very much. News in the community now. A Midland woman learned how to use TikTok with the help of her grandchildren, and now she finds herself as a full-on influencer with over 1 million followers, doing it all from her room at Manor Park. Torchy Will Swinson, has 1 million followers on TikTok from all around the world. First Alert 7's Jay Hendricks had the chance to sit down with Mrs. Swinson on Monday as this month's Hendricks Hero. Torchy shares advice and inspirational thoughts with her followers and can't believe how many people have taken to what she says.
I guess it's a fact that people are hungry for old days, you know, the simpler times when we didn't have social media and the things that we did, because I found out that my stories that I talk about from my past and our life together, Homer and I we were married 62 years, only boy I ever dated. And so I think that old days and old times and things like that, people are hungry for it.
What a sweet story there. We'll be back in another half an hour. Keep it here on First Alert 7.
At Gray Digital Media, we develop the right message to grab attention and drive leads with custom strategies designed to grow your brand. Trust the streaming apps you know best. Cutting-edge strategies. Backed by local expertise. Connect you with customers right here in West Texas and wherever your audience is. Get results that matter to you and your business. GDM West Texas, we know local. Let's connect today. GDMWestTexas.com.
Make yourself known now. 831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on First Alert 7. And then stay tuned for First Alert 7 News at 4. As summer turns to fall, changes in the air. Here in the Permian Basin, change can come fast, but you don't have to be caught off guard. At First Alert 7,
We are going to be looking at scattered showers and thunder showers.
we track every shift, big or small. And when we know, you'll know.
Here's what we're tracking here on the Weather Maker's map.
We are continuing to see some showers and thunderstorms.
Plan your day clearly and easily with the First Alert Weather Team. Changes will happen, but with First Alert 7 weather, you'll be ready.
It's super. It's science. It's fiction.
What is it?
It's Super Sci-Fi Saturday night on MeTV. After Sven gets swept away in adventures beyond our world, promising spaceships, lasers, giants, other worlds, and robots.
I will do my part.
Super Sci-Fi Saturday night.
Watch on MeTV Channel 30.2. From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you. Time now is 8:01 on this Peak of the Week Wednesday morning. I'm joined up by meteorologist Sawyer McElroy here. Sawyer, good morning to you. Oh, she's not here. I'm sorry. Has anyone seen Sawyer? Someone help me find Sawyer. Where are you? Oh, there she is. She was late.
Sorry.
Our show starts right at 8 o'clock on the
break was longer. My bad.
Oh, boy. Well, everything's off to a great start. We've had a wonderful time this morning. I'm glad you're able to join us. I know you're busy. We're trying to run around and get everything ready to go for the show as we go through the rest of our morning. We're also keeping track of our comments on Facebook. Let me hop on there as
There's
well.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into putting the show together.
Yes, there is. A lot of stuff that goes into that. You're right about that.
Sorry about that. Had to.
That's funny. You're like, just pop it in.
Anybody commenting?
Not that I've seen so far. So let us know your comments below, and we'll check with them throughout the rest of our
please.
show.
We would love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Are you enjoying it?
Good morning, Linnell, saying good morning.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for commenting.
So glad to have you with us here this morning. And reminder, take us with you wherever you go. We're streaming live on our platforms all over the place. You can watch your favorite First Alert 7 shows on our apps. Download it now on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. Start your mornings on TV with Wake Up West Texas from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. And of course, Wake Up West Texas Extra, streaming here 7 to 9 every weekday morning. You can also watch us live on the Facebook page and YouTube channel as well. Just go to @FirstAlert7. So that's facebook.com/FirstAlert7 or youtube.com/FirstAlert7. Very easy to find us.
We had a couple viewers on YouTube earlier. It was about
excellent.
About 3, but
okay. Well, we hope you'll continue joining us early this morning. And also, let's get a West Texas Weighs In poll update. We have a new poll on the screen. Do you think cell phones should be allowed in school? 75% say yes. 25% say no. Even though I know we don't like sharing our opinions on these kind of topics, I voted yes.
You're like, well.
In case you're wondering, just because as a student who was I'm not that far removed from school, how important it can be.
Hold on, I can't.
But again, state law is state law, and you cannot have them on in school. So that is the way it is.
Yes. Here we go. Okay. What did you say?
I said state law is state law.
No, not that. What did you say for your?
Oh yes.
Yes. I agree as well. You know, we were from the time where you could still have your cell phone on in school and
fully out, like about, yeah.
Were there people that abused that system? Yes.
Of course.
But most people, you know, were good at abiding by that, you know, and I've never been really, I don't want to say addicted to my phone, but that's, I guess, what I'm trying to go for is that, you know, I've never needed my phone.
Like you feel like you're missing it. Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I put it on the charger when I get home, both of them. I have 2 phones.
Yes, he does.
But I'm not on them all the time, you know, because I have enough of that at work. I check my emails, I watch for news, but I watch TV. I guess you could say I'm on the TV more than anything. But no, genuinely, we're not from the generation who has become addicted to this, because I think the younger you are, you're kind of born with it. We were not born with cell phones.
No.
Until much later.
When did you get your first cell phone?
2011.
How old were you?
I was 12 or 13.
Okay, I was, I think, 9, but it was mostly, it was a basic Motorola flip phone, and it was mostly because that year I had to start walking to and from school. So it was
Which is a great reason for a cell
safety
phone.
thing, yeah.
100%. That's the number one reason to have one.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Yeah, I got it for my 9th birthday. It was purple. It was a Motorola.
Back
fun
in the day,
phone,
the
but yeah,
Razor.
you had to boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, to text.
And you had to, go through the
yes.
3 different numbers on the 1, 2, 3.
See, you may be born in the year 2000, but you're still in that same generation of Gen Z, us Gen Zers, because we're not in Gen Z anymore. Gen Z are still those kids who didn't have phones when we were growing
Gen
up.
Alpha now, or
Gen Alpha is now, and I think it's called Me. Gen Me is the newest generation.
Weird.
For reasons, of course, that could be, I don't know why it's called Gen Me. There's certain reasons probably.
Yes.
But Gen Alpha and Gen Me are in these, states where a 3-year-old's walking around with a tablet.
Well, I was going to say, I'm not going to rag on my niece and nephew, but I totally am. My niece, 3 years old, will not talk to me. I call on the phone, FaceTime her. She's on her iPad, doesn't even look up from it because, what, is my mom on here?
No, you're fine. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Because, yeah, she's always on her iPad, watching videos. They are mostly educational videos, so it's like Cocomelon and stuff like that. But still, in tune to that, doesn't even look up, doesn't acknowledge me. It's frustrating to call them anymore. Mostly my niece. My nephew, is a little bit older. He's about 7, so he'll talk to me a little bit. But niece doesn't even acknowledge me, and I'm like, I don't even want to call you anymore because this is just
Are you going
rude.
to talk to me? Exactly.
Yes.
No, exactly. I see what you're saying. So I was looking at Sally's comment. Sally, good morning to you. She said she took us with her to vacation to Mexico.
Wow.
Good job.
Thank you, Sally.
So that's the way. Take us with you wherever you go.
That's awesome.
But enjoy your trip, too, at the same time. We want you to have a good time in Mexico there. Wonderful to have you with us, Sally. Good morning to you. We're just having a pretty good discussion, which feels like it's very interesting about cell phones and kids, cell phones in schools, which, again, we have no one can say anything. The state law is a state law, and that's the way it's going to be. But, there's still opinions on. Of course, you can
have your opinion, on that.
And the thing is, back to when we were in school, we did have full cell phones out. There was only limitation: you couldn't be on a phone call, you couldn't record video. That's for privacy reasons.
That's kind of interesting. We had videos. I literally just was watching a video yesterday when I was in middle school. We would do singing telegrams, the choir would, for Valentine's Day, and it was like a lollipop or like a chocolate heart lollipop thing. If you want to pop us up on camera, director. And there's no reason, but just so we're not sitting on that. But yeah, I did the little heart. Sorry, it's okay.
That was funny.
But we would do that, and yeah, there was a video of us singing the singing telegrams from, maybe 8th. Yeah, it was 8th grade.
Well, a while back.
On there because we were embarrassing one of our friends.
We definitely were not allowed in junior high to have the phones.
Well, we did.
So you were even in that young of it. Okay, no, this was only high school for us, and I guess it was for privacy concerns. But what I was going to say is that during class there were moments when the teacher would say phones down, excuse me, no phones out, and I rarely could remember a time when we're on our phone just scrolling. Even because we had the freedom.
You could, or you can't.
We shouldn't have, but I never saw anyone abusing it that much, really. Sometimes you'd be.
I don't think we were at that
too
point.
No,
yet,
we weren't. I don't think so.
And Facebook and stuff was big, but we were also at that point pretty much too young to use it because you're supposed to be
and we didn't have the
least
attention
13.
span issues.
Yeah, and
because Vine was out, but it was kind of also going away at the same time. It didn't take. TikTok didn't come around until COVID.
Yeah. So.
And after that, we were well out of school by that point.
I feel so old.
It is what it is.
I feel old.
This is my 10th high school reunion this year. Well, I don't know if there's a reunion, but it's 10 years out of high school.
I will not. If my school has a reunion, I will not be going.
No?
No.
Tell us about that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's just, I don't care.
It's just not something you would prioritize.
No.
Yeah, a lot
especially
of
for
don't.
10. Like if we get to
maybe
20, 30,
25.
Sure.
Okay.
But
that's another question. Would
10,
you attend your high school
I
reunion?
don't really care.
Well, let us know what you think on that poll. FirstAlert7.com/vote. Let us know what you think. We'd like West Texas to weigh in as we take a live look outside this morning over the skies of Odessa. Looking great out there. That's not
Odessa. Yes, that's
Where
Odessa,
is that?
Texas. No, that's Los Angeles, California.
You're kidding me.
No,
it has
that's LA.
Okay, hear me out.
It kind of does look like our Grandview.
It looks like
flipped around.
Or 42nd.
Yeah, it does. It kind of
has
does.
that angle
I see
to it.
Oh, are there palm trees?
There's
We
palm
have palm
tree-
trees out here.
In Presidio, but yes.
No, there's palm trees in Odessa. They're few and far between.
I was going to
but
say they're very few and far between. There's some
I've seen
inside the
them.
mall.
Yeah.
Right out
We have
there.
a fern over here, but anyway, no, that's LA.
That's funny, okay.
They've been dealing with some rain lately. They do have, I think it's an atmospheric river going on right now, so there has been a lot of flooding out there, and just all the good rain. Is your foot asleep again?
Yes.
See, sitting for so long just is not good for you. But anyway, let's go somewhere else really quick. It is a little late, but we'll go one more place because why not? Let's go to, well.
As you sift through the cameras.
Sorry, I don't like any of them. Let's go to St. Louis, Missouri.
The home of Ethan Yost.
Yes, the Yost with the most is
We
back
love
today.
Ethan, yes.
And we're excited to have him back. So
Look at that. The
looking
gateway to the
nice.
Midwest.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. So nice shot there of St. Louis and looking like a nice start to the day there. Let's come back home though really quick before I get into, have I even done weather?
You have not?
Jeez Louise.
Not in 15 minutes.
Okay, well, let's come back home really quick and then I'll get into some weather this morning. There we go.
Look at that.
Sometimes it takes a while.
Beautiful morning.
Still hanging on to some clouds, quiet conditions though as we do start off the day. And here's a look at those weather alerts. High wind warning in effect later this morning through Thursday for those areas in purple. A wind advisory in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas in tan. And then a red flag warning. Please be cautious with any outdoor burning and activities that may cause sparks because many areas across the panhandle saw fires start yesterday. Luckily, nothing out here yet. But, remain vigilant still. Temperatures currently ranging from the 30s to the 60s. 48 in Midland, 47 here in Odessa. Those winds aren't too bad just yet. Matthew, are you okay?
I just ripped off my shoe.
Oh, no. He lost his shoe, but that's okay. He will fix that. We are hanging on to some clouds, like I mentioned. And you're losing. The prompter was scrolling away. Anyway, we are back. We are hanging on to some clouds across the region, but quiet conditions this morning. And through the day, expect mostly sunny skies. Those winds will pick up, though, coming up this afternoon and evening. But quiet conditions are expected to continue through the day. Temperatures are going to warm up into the 70s and 80s by this afternoon and evening. 75 for Midland and Odessa. Here's a look at that first alert 7-10 day forecast. 75 today, 71 Thursday, 73 Friday. Still breezy through the end of the week. Winds calming down into the weekend, but temperatures will be a little bit cooler as well, with highs dropping back into the 50s and 60s for this weekend.
All right, Sawyer, thank you very much. Now for a look at your morning extra headlines you could use on this Wednesday. We'll begin with Midland Freshman School placed on a secure status yesterday morning. The district saying this was because of an off-campus situation in the surrounding area. Midland IC says it took place before the school day even began. It was not actually connected to the campus. However, police wanted to take precautions and ensure safety for students and staff who were already there. A traffic alert now for drivers in Odessa, where a westbound driving lane is closed on Interstate 20 between Faudree and East Loop 338. The closure remains through February 22nd, so about 4 days. If you're traveling westbound, be prepared for lane reductions and possible delays in this area. Early voting began yesterday for the March primaries, and we have you covered if you're not quite sure where to go vote. Here's a list of locations in Ector County. They'll be Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ector County Courthouse Annex Building off 8th Street, Kellis Turner Community Building in West Odessa, the MCM Elegante Hotel Bermuda Ballroom, the Globe Theater at Odessa College, or the Salinas Community Building. In Midland County, you can go vote at the Elections Office in Room 103 at the County Annex Building off Scarborough and A Street, Meeting Room 113 of the Centennial Library, Classroom Number 4 at the Cogdell Learning Center, and in the Art Room of the Village at Manor Park's Allen Hell Community Center. You can find all the latest early voting election information by going to firstalert7.com. That was your morning extra for today. Be sure to log on to our website as well for the latest news, weather, and sports, and of course follow our Facebook page as well. 8:13 as we look live outside this morning over the skies of Fort Stockton. Again, looking nice out there. Outside this morning as we look live over the West Texas Truck Accessories iCam. Looking fantastic out there. Meteorologist Sawyer Macro will rejoin us with an in-depth look at your forecast and other stuff next year on Wake Up West Texas Extra. Take us with you wherever you go. Download our app on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. Stay with us.
Every night at 10,
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here. New tonight.
First Alert 7 News is where West Texas turns for what's happening right now.
Reporting at the First Alert desk, I'm Lauren Munt.
And what's happening next.
Well, it is a First Alert 7 weather day.
Bringing the stories important to you first.
New tonight, we'll remember we were your First Alert when several
asking the right questions and finding solutions.
Keeping your family safe just got easier.
First Alert 7 is working for you.
First Alert 7 News at 10.
How can you eat this slop?
Hungry for laughs?
My mouth is tone deaf.
Then enjoy 2 helpings of humor.
Here, have some more of my pot roast.
Every weeknight. So whether it's a main dish.
Looks like some mighty good fried chicken.
Steak?
Something lighter.
Sandwiches from the mess tent.
Or just dessert.
That's an ice cream churn.
Make way for the ice cream.
Why don't we go to the mess tent? They're serving humble pie.
Get your fill of funny with Nash and Andy.
Watch on MeTV Channel 30.2. As summer turns to fall, changes in the air. Here in the Permian Basin, change can come fast, but you don't have to be caught off guard. At First Alert 7,
We are going to be looking at scattered showers and thunder showers.
we track every shift, big or small. And when we know, you'll know.
Here's what we're tracking here on the Weather Makers map.
We are continuing to see some showers and thunderstorms.
Plan your day clearly and easily with the First Alert Weather Team. Changes will happen, but with First Alert 7 weather, you'll be ready.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are they hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on First Alert 7. And then stay tuned for First Alert 7 News at 4. Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Wednesday, everybody. Here's a look at those weather alerts as we do start off the day. A high wind warning in effect later this morning through tomorrow night for those areas in purple, a wind advisory and a red flag warning as well. As we head through the day, those winds are expected to pick up, especially across western portions of the region into southeast New Mexico. Gusts still up to about 35 miles per hour are possible for the Midland-Odessa area heading through the day. Temperatures are going to be up and down through the next 10 days with a cold front on the way Friday into Saturday, and that will cool things down back to below normal for this time of year coming up Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well. As we head through today, we are going to see things warming up nicely, but starting off the day with some clouds and quiet conditions. Temperatures ranging from the 30s to the 70s, 47 currently at Midland International Air and Spaceport, and those winds not too bad just yet across the state, anywhere from being calm to 15 miles per hour. We are hanging on to a few clouds across the state, but otherwise quiet conditions. And if you are traveling anywhere today, expect, warm and breezy conditions for the Midland-Odessa area, high of 75, low overnight of 47. And if you are traveling anywhere across the state, here's a look at what to expect. 79, partly cloudy for Dallas. 79, partly cloudy and breezy for Houston. 83, mostly sunny for Austin. 71, mostly sunny, a little bit breezy for Lubbock. Looking ahead to that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, we are going to see things remaining in the 70s coming up Thursday and Friday, ahead of a cold front that will cool things down into the weekend with those temperatures back into the 50s and 60s. Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday as well.
Yeah, what a nice forecast. 70s. The wind, though, and that's going to be the consistent factor, as it usually is in this time of the year. Springtime in West Texas, even though we're not even in spring, we're still
it seems
over
a little bit
out.
early, but
it is.
Definitely feeling like West Texas spring out here with that blowing dust. Already feeling a little bit stuffy because of that dust in the air, and that's just expected to continue. No winds back in the forecast. Strong winds by next Tuesday.
It's hard to say. Over a month from now, in a month, it's still going to be winter. So we're still in wintertime by far, at least on the calendar. But meteorological winter starts, spring's March 1st?
1st, yes,
okay.
I believe.
Which is, of course, significant as well, but we're already kind of into it at the start and middle of February at least. Start of February kind of kicked off the warm season. After that winter storm, that was it.
Yeah, that was it, and it's not really looking like we're going to cool things down at all as we head through the rest of the month and into March. So just going to continue feeling warm.
Oh boy, all right, we'll lock in for that. Each month we recognize someone in our community who is doing some good things or extraordinary things. Maybe it's law enforcement, medical practitioners, regular people doing extraordinary things.
And our very own Jay Hendricks introduces us to this month's Hendricks Hero, a woman who has over 1 million followers on TikTok and does it all from the comfort of her home in Manor Park in Midland.
I'm here with TikTok famous Torchy Swinson. That is your real name.
That is my real name. My sister was 7 years old, and she did not want a baby. That she was the only child, and mother said, "Well, you can name the baby when it comes, boy or girl." I didn't know. So when I was born, she named me Torchy after a soap opera heroine in 1940. I was born in 1940, so that's what she named me, and my mother later.
That's how Torchy came to be.
I was going to tell you something. I just realized I've reached the last years of my I'll be so glad when. I wasted so much time on that. I'll be so glad when they're out of diapers. I'll be so glad when they start school. I'll be so glad when they're out of school. I'll be so glad when this, when that, when we can retire. If I could tell you one thing, and I'm not trying to be that old wise woman giving you advice, but if I could tell you one thing, don't postpone joy.
You are not getting rich off this.
Oh no, I'm not. Last week I made $26. The week before I made $13. So I'm not getting rich off of it. I wish there was.
I was going to tell you something. I believe that today the technology has advanced to the place where they could put the frosting all the way to the edges on the Pop-Tarts. I really do.
How nice is that? Torchy, by the way, has had visitors from all around the world and the country to visit her thank her for her advice. So if you know someone who you think needs to be recognized or doing good in our community, go to firstalert7.com. At the very top of the page, it says Hendricks Heroes. Nominate them there.
Can we submit ourselves?
Maybe.
I think we should.
We can ask Jay Hendricks. You do work with him, so we could ask him.
True. I have not seen Jay in months, though, so.
You haven't?
No, we don't run into each other very often anymore.
Might need to give him a call.
Sad.
Check in. I know he's up right now, so maybe call him here in a little bit. Women in the United States, such as yourself, can expect to live to about 81 years old.
Interesting. An Odessa woman, Janelle Jackson Shirley, has surpassed that by 2 decades. At 99, Janelle still lived alone, but after a fall, she was moved into Courtyard Senior Living. They celebrated her 101st birthday yesterday with fellow residents, staff, and family.
All of it combined has made it a very, very special day. And I am most grateful for all of that and all of you who worked to make it happen.
Janelle has been a resident of Odessa since 1947. In fact, she was a founding member of the Church of Christ and a small business owner with her husband. Janelle also says she has accomplished so much in her life. Growing up during the Great Depression, she's been able to see that and also experience memories through multiple West Texas history forums where she shares them.
She loves to talk on the phone, and she still tells her stories. I made her a memory book of some pictures that she hadn't seen in probably 70 years, and she knew the stories behind the pictures.
In her 90s, she wrote and published a book titled West Texas, Where the Heart Is. The book recounts her family journey from Stephenville to Matador. Along with sharing her experiences, she has also spent time writing down her own family history. The city of Odessa, state of Texas, and the United States Senate also honored her with proclamations naming yesterday as Janelle Jackson Shirley Day in honor of her birthday. She is looking forward to this next year and making it to 102.
I'm sure she'll get there. She's a great attitude, in great health. She looks fantastic. And I mean, she has her family and friends around her. What more do you need?
I love that. You know, I love a good celebration. I love a good birthday party. I was saying that I want to have a big birthday bash.
You should have one. I think celebrating every
one.
year is important. I'm a big birthday guy, as you are very well aware.
You take time off for your birthday. And
Take
just
time off.
Party.
I do. I love the whole month is great. I love my birthday month. I now share it with Jacob because I don't realize. I don't know if for the first 5 years that I knew him, I knew when
that you knew your birthdays were
we're
so close to each other. They're
I don't know why.
A week and a half apart.
Yeah, roughly. Yes,
Give or
about
take,
so. It's a great month.
Yeah, we love to celebrate birthdays around here, but usually it's a smaller affair. But maybe we should have a big birthday bash, for me at least, because my birthday is kind of right around 4th of July in the summer.
That's true.
But the bad news is usually most people are out of town or
we're planning trips.
Yeah, we're planning trips, so they're not available for my birthday. I've run into that the past couple of years, sadly.
Yeah, that's true. I remember growing up thinking how much I wished my birthday was in the summer because we could never hold pool parties. It would never could hold pool parties, and I've always dreamt of a pool party for my birthday. So mine's always been a Halloween kind of thing, or just a generic birthday because it's in the fall. It's in October.
Even though my birthday is a summer birthday, no, I've never had a pool party.
Might be a good idea. Maybe that's the move. Maybe we should do a pool party.
I don't know if I want to go to the pool with you guys.
Why?
No offense. I don't know. It's a little weird, but
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, no pool party for Sawyer.
we'll go bowling. We love to.
We
go
love bowling. We'll do that. Well, look at the time. We're going to take a quick break for a news and weather update to update our viewers on First Alert 7 CBS on TV. So don't go anywhere. More fun here on Wake Up West Texas Extra continues in just a moment. Stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Good morning, everyone. Time now is 8:25. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McRoy. Sawyer, how's it looking outside?
Yeah, not too bad of a start to our day, but we are still seeing some high winds across the region as we head throughout our Wednesday. A high wind warning in effect later this morning through tomorrow night for those areas in purple, a wind advisory as well, and a red flag warning. Here's a look at our temperatures as we do start off the day. We are seeing light winds right now in Midland, a little bit of haze though from that blowing dust that we saw yesterday. Temperatures currently ranging from the 30s to the 50s, sitting at 49 in Midland, 47 here in Odessa. Winds not too bad just yet, anywhere from being calm to 10 miles per hour. And we are hanging on to some clouds across parts of the region, but otherwise quiet conditions. Temperatures through the day are going to warm nicely into the 70s and 80s. Cooler than we saw yesterday, but still above normal for this time of year. 75 for Midland and Odessa, and those winds will remaining elevated into tonight as well, with those lows into the 40s and 50s. 47 for Midland and Odessa. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, where we are going to see those breezy conditions sticking around through Friday, with those temperatures remaining in the 70s ahead of a cold front that will cool things down into the weekend, with highs back into the 50s and 60s. Overall, though, we are going to see things cooling down a little bit heading into the weekend, but those up and down temperatures in the forecast throughout the next 10 days, highs back in the 70s and even 80s coming up by next week, and that breeze back in the forecast by Tuesday as well.
Now turning to a traffic alert for Odessa drivers, where a westbound driving lane on I-20 is closed between Faudree and East Loop 338. The closure will remain in place for 4 days until the 22nd. If you're traveling west on I-20, be prepared for lane reductions, delays, and slower traffic through the area. TxDOT urging you to be careful, follow signs, and avoid the area if possible. Women in the United States have an average lifespan of about 81 years. An Odessa woman, Janelle Jackson Shirley, has surpassed that by 2 decades. At age 99, Janelle still lived alone, but after a fall, she was moved in Courtyard Senior Living. There, she celebrated now her 101st birthday yesterday with fellow residents, staff, and her family.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? But I never doubted it. And I will say this, her memory is as sharp as ever. She remembers more than I do sometimes. And she's always in a good mood. She's happy. She's just a delight.
Janelle had been a resident of Odessa since 1947. She was a founding member of the Church of Christ and a small business owner with her husband. Janelle has accomplished a lot in her life and seen even more. She grew up during the Great Depression and throughout her life has shared memories across different forums. In her 90s, she even wrote a book called West Texas, Where the Heart Is. The book recounts her family journey from Stephenville to Matador. Along with sharing her experiences, she also has spent time writing down her family history.
Writing stories about my family so that the next generations will be able to know something of the ones that went before them.
The City of Odessa, State of Texas, and United States Senate also honored her with proclamations, naming today as Janelle Jackson Shirley Day in honor of her birthday, which was yesterday. Janelle is looking forward to this next year and making it to 102 years young. Well, happy birthday to her. For the latest news, we'll have a check of the news and weather in half an hour. For the latest news, log on to our website, firstalert7.com. Join us right now for Wake Up West Texas Extra. We continue streaming live on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, and our website, firstalert7.com. We'll be back in another half an hour. Keep it here on First Alert 7.
At Gray Digital Media, we develop the right message to grab attention and drive leads. With custom strategies designed to grow your brand, trust the streaming apps you know best. Cutting-edge strategies, backed by local expertise. Connect you with customers right here in West Texas and wherever your audience is. Get results that matter to you and your business. GDM West Texas, we know local. Let's connect today. GDMWestTexas.com. As summer turns to fall, changes in the air. Here in the Permian Basin, change can come fast, but you don't have to be caught off guard. At First Alert 7,
We are going to be looking at scattered showers and thunder showers.
we track every shift, big or small. And when we know, you'll know.
Here's what we're tracking here on the Weather Makers map.
We are continuing to see some showers and thunderstorms.
Plan your day clearly and easily with the First Alert Weather Team. Changes will happen, but with First Alert 7 weather, you'll be ready.
The cornerstone of Investigate TV is investigative journalism.
Should this be better regulated?
How big of a problem is that? We always try to give viewers a takeaway, something they can learn from a story.
Should they be revoking these certifications?
The public has a right to know.
There are things that affect our homes, that affect our families, that affect our health, that we are learning every day from these stories.
It allows us to tell the best of the best stories and show them to you every day.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.
Watch on MeTV Channel 30.2. From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you. Time now is 8:31 on this Wednesday. I wasn't sure if my mic was hot.
I don't think it was when you started to talk. Oh,
Probably
it
got the
was.
beginning and the end of my extra.
That's okay.
We love extra this morning. It's an extra Wednesday.
It is an extra Wednesday, and we are losing steam, but
We
that's
are,
okay.
but that's okay. We're pushing on through. We're having a great time here, and we have polls to get to.
Oh yes, polls.
The hot poll of the morning so far has been: do you think cell phones should be allowed in school? 84 to 16.
Nice.
I mean, seems to be the winning thing. The next one is: which team between Sawyer and I and a kung fu robot would win a fight?
Hey, the margin's getting lower.
Lower, yes, good for them. Whoever voted for us.
Thank you.
Several people actually voted for us. And then the big question of the day: it is National Drink Wine Day. Will you be drinking wine today, Sawyer?
Yeah, I like wine. Why not? I'll probably forget though. Honestly, I have
Before you get home, I'll text you
I have
and
a bad
say,
memory.
make sure you
I'll
take
be
a
like,
sip.
Oh, okay. Maybe our Facebook will post it later today, and I'll
Probably.
see that and be like, yes, I remember that. But yes, I will probably forget. Go home, take my nap, and then I forget. So it's fine. And then this one, oh yay, somebody voted for unicorn.
Oh, good. Yeah, 16%.
Which mythical creature would you rather have as a friend? A dragon, a unicorn, a fairy, or a mermaid?
Dragon and fairy tied for the lead. Who can break the lead? Probably a fairy. If Tinkerbell has anything to say about it.
Yeah, I love Peter Pan. I love Disney, of course, as probably everybody knows. You can fly on a dragon, but a fairy can also make you fly as well with pixie dust. So,
Pixie dust. How could we forget?
yes.
That's a good
Faith,
point.
trust, and a little bit of pixie dust.
Well, vote on these polls. FirstAlert7.com/vote or scan the QR code right there on your screen.
Yes, and make sure to take us with you wherever you go, work, the grocery store, you name it. Or one viewer said they took us took us
Toy
to
boat.
Mexico with
Sally,
them.
yes.
There we go. You can watch your favorite First Alert 7 shows on our app. Download it now on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. Start your mornings with Wake Up West Texas from 5 to 7, and then Wake Up West Texas Extra from 7 to 9 every weekday morning. Matthew's falling asleep over there. You can also watch us live on the First Alert 7 Facebook page and YouTube channel as well. And now we're going to do our favorite part of the show, our iCam tour. Of course, right now looking outside over the skies of Midland, and look at that. Calm winds. We will take it for now.
Surprising.
That is going to change through the day, but those flags are not moving at all because it's quiet out there with those winds. But now let's head somewhere fun, hopefully. Let's see. I'm going to go to the map.
It's a nice start to the day there in Midland, at least. Very sunny skies. This is facing, by the way, south towards the front of the Petroleum Museum in Midland on I-20, near the Horseshoe. So not looking too bad out there at all with the winds barely even touching the flags. But like Sawyer said, a lot of wind later today.
Okay. We're going somewhere where it's snowing.
Okay, that's a nice change of pace. Let's see.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
This is Alpine, Wyoming.
Ah, not Alpine, Texas, Alpine, Wyoming.
Yes, this is Flying Saddle Resort in Alpine, Wyoming, which is kind of central, mid-central Wyoming when you look at the state, because Wyoming is like a square-ish
Oh,
thing.
and it's completely on the state line.
Yes, it's on the state line with Idaho.
Idaho, okay.
Yes.
Yes, that's a wonderful view there as we look outside this morning over Alpine, Wyoming, not Alpine, Texas. Don't forget, this is, of course, right here on the Snake River, if you're familiar with where that is. We're an iconic river near the Tetons there in that part of the state. Grand Teton National Park to the north of Alpine, Wyoming. This is near the National Forest there, just south of Yellowstone National Park. And when I say just south, I mean several hours. At least a couple hours.
I am going to take us one more place because why not? Let's go to, hold on, it's very foggy out here. Never mind. Here we go.
Most aggressive tapping I've ever heard.
Come back. There we go. We are going to Seattle, Washington. I am going here for the first time next month. I'm very excited.
Yes.
My best friends from college and I are getting back together.
Reunion.
Yes.
Awesome.
One of them lives in the Seattle area, so our other friend's going to meet me and fly with me to Seattle, and we're going to have a little girls' weekend. Very excited, but looking nice there. Some parts of that area are dealing with low clouds and fog, though, this morning, but really looking nice. See the Space Needle in the background, the city of Seattle.
This is not NorCal trip.
No, that's her wedding.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is just for y'all to spend time in Seattle.
Yes, this is just to go out to Seattle. I've never been to the Pacific Northwest, so it'll be fun to experience things and
very cool. And I mean, 33 degrees there right now, by the way. So a little cold, but for Seattle Sounders, probably not all that bad. A little cloudy, Space Needle glowing there in the distance. Coming off of their big Super Bowl win in Super Bowl 60 a week and a half back. What a game that was. Seattle, of course, wearing that hat proudly this morning. For sure. Let's take a look at this now as we look live at a bison, not live, even bison celebrate Valentine's Day is what I'm trying to say. 2 bison enjoyed heart-shaped enrichment items at the Oakland Zoo on Monday. The video shows one bison rubbing its head on a heart-shaped enrichment heart strung up on a tree, while the other bison is gnawing at theirs on the ground. Zoo officials say that love is in the air all year round, especially the love for food, enrichment, and a great head of hair. That they do have. Look at that. Isn't that great? I mean, I just love them gnawing on the heart on the ground. One of them loves the heart. He's kind of caring for it with his head. The other's gnawing it and destroying it.
I said the one, tied to the tree, it looks like a piñata.
It does. They look like it's being hung up like a piñata.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I wonder if it's filled with hay.
Maybe the point is to, knock it down and break
get into it
like a piñata and get into the hay, but looks fun.
Very, very nice. Also, what's very nice is wine. Today is National Drink Wine Day. For those wine fans, listen up. This holiday encourages you to enjoy, sit back, relax, and pour your favorite glass of red or white wine. There's so many different kinds as well. There are a lot of sommeliers and connoisseurs of wine out here. And so big fans of that can enjoy a nice glass today. Hopefully you remember to, Sawyer, later this afternoon.
Yeah,
Or whatever time it may be.
Yeah, whenever.
After work.
A couple of days.
As well.
I like wine.
Mm-hmm. It can take a while for persistence to pay off, but how about 22 years? That's how long it took for one Ohio man's luck to change. He played the same 6 numbers in the state lottery every single week.
Wow.
The Akron, Ohio man even had friends buy the tickets for him when he went out of town, so he had a consistent schedule. Earlier this month, it all paid off for him when he hit the jackpot of $3.5 million, to be exact. Upon seeing the winning numbers, he says he yelled to his wife, quote, "We're going to get a really big pool." And as to why he never gave up, the man didn't cite faith or tenacity. He says he just is stubborn. The big winner chose to remain anonymous, taking home a cash payout of $1.7 million and says he is now retired.
I love that. Good for him.
So
maybe
good.
I should start doing that. I've never played the lottery, but
I have a policy for myself not to play the lottery.
I'm just
other than the fun giant jackpots, because why not? Everybody's doing it, so it's kind of that kind of thing. But I just feel like it's such a waste of money over time. Like how much has he spent on Lotto over the years? Probably not as much as he's won.
No, definitely.
But I mean, it's up there. It's probably up there, and it's got a big investment over the course of years, and it's
maybe like once a week. Not every day. I don't remember if it's
not every
once
day.
a week for his.
I think it was once a week.
Yeah.
Which is good too. Like maybe even once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it a shot. But I'm not a huge lottery fan. A lot of people in my family are. They like doing the daily lottery.
No, if it was like once a month, my luck would be that it would be like a week that I didn't choose in the
And
month,
then, of course,
and then
you
my
would have-
numbers
yeah.
would be called. So
I feel
would
that
have
way.
to do it like once a week for sure. Wild turkeys were caught on camera chasing down a UPS driver trying to make deliveries in Connecticut. The driver was seen running from door to door to dodge the birds and forming plans to avoid them while in his truck.
He is sprinting.
He was terrified of
I can tell.
of those turkeys, which
And they're kind of like,
they
they're almost
can
like
be.
wondering what's wrong with him. Like he's like, hello.
They can be kind of, vicious. They can attack you, but
And
these
they end up
ones
on our dinner table.
were just being silly and playing around and messing around with him. They didn't seem to be in attack mode. They probably were getting a kick out of it too.
I guess so. The turkeys are definitely running after this UPS man, trying to make deliveries here in the Northeast where it looks very cold still.
Yeah,
And
it's
slick.
We've talked about that. It's still pretty cold out there in the Northeast, still hanging on to some snow on the ground. So I'm a little nervous that he's running in that parking lot because parking lots, usually are one of the last things to dry out, clear up. So there's could be, patches of ice there. And yeah, he's sprinting to get away from those turkeys.
I mean, full speed. He has his package there, absolutely flying back onto
that
the UPS
just
truck.
Try and move the truck. Okay, there's a building down the way. Okay, drive the truck.
Move up a little further.
Move
That might be the move.
Or go down to the right, right there.
His vest too, trying to get up these stairs and make. So he's going back and forth, I guess, one package at a time.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Is there turkey spray? No, there's like bear spray. Is there like turkey
spray? Maybe it's like gravy. Goodness.
Not gravy.
Turkey gravy, no less.
Boy.
We've said a lot more to come this morning on Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Thank you for streaming with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
As summer turns to fall, changes in the air. Here in the Permian Basin, change can come fast, but you don't have to be caught off guard. At First Alert 7,
We are going to be looking at scattered showers and thunder showers.
we track every shift, big or small. And when we know, you'll know.
Here's what we're tracking here on the Weather Maker's map.
We are continuing to see some showers and thunderstorms.
Plan your day clearly and easily with the First Alert Weather Team. Changes will happen, but with First Alert 7 weather, you'll be ready.
The cornerstone of Investigate TV is investigative journalism.
Should this be better regulated? Should I be concerned? Do you recall when you became aware of that law?
The beauty of this show is that we have a team of reporters all across the country.
From very diverse backgrounds.
The public has a right to know.
How big of a problem is that?
Should they be revoking these certifications?
I think viewers are looking for something different, something fresh, something that feels helpful to them.
In a world full of goats.
A goat. Big Billy goat.
We have a small goat here. Which Me TV show is the greatest of all time?
I haven't time to listen to goat stories.
Can only one goat be the goat?
The goat eats everything.
What do you know about goats? Or can more than one goat,
Folks is bound to keep goats.
be the goat?
We have a goat here.
Stupid goat. Find your greatest of all time.
The goat.
Watch on MeTV Channel 30.2. Every night at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here. New tonight.
First Alert 7 News is where West Texas turns for what's happening right now
Reporting at the First Alert desk, I'm Lauren Munt.
and what's happening next.
Well, it is a First Alert 7 weather day.
Bringing the stories important to you first.
New tonight. We'll remember we were your first alert when several
Asking the right questions and finding solutions.
Keeping your family safe just got easier.
First Alert 7 is working for you.
First Alert 7 News at 10. Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Wednesday, everybody. Here's a look at those weather alerts as we do start off the day, hanging on to a high wind warning this morning, and that will continue through tomorrow night, a wind advisory as well. That does continue through tonight for wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour. And then a red flag warning also in effect for some across the region for near critical fire danger, so please avoid outdoor burning and activities that may cause sparks. Temperatures this morning not too bad, ranging from the 30s to the 50s, 51 in Midland, 47 here in Odessa, and those winds anywhere from being calm to 10 miles per hour. So winds not too bad as we do start off the day, but they will pick up as we head through Wednesday. Hanging on to some clouds, but quiet conditions this morning, and we are looking to see mostly sunny skies through the day with those winds picking up as we continue throughout Wednesday and into Thursday as well. Temperatures will warm into the 70s and 80s by this afternoon and evening. 75 for Midland and Odessa, 81 for Fort Stockton, 84 for Presidio. Looking ahead to that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, we are going to see those 70s sticking around throughout the rest of the work week, cooling things down down to the weekend as a cold front does pass through the area, with highs into the 50s and 60s coming up Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday as well. Still hanging on to those breezy conditions though today, tomorrow, and Friday as well ahead of that cold front. But overall, we are looking to see those breezy conditions going away for the weekend before picking right back up into next week.
That they do. You can definitely see it here. 63 on Saturday. It's going to be very nice this weekend. This is going to be, like you said, 58 on Sunday, closer to where we're supposed to be, starting off almost at freezing in the morning. But that, again, it is wintertime. I have to remind myself, no, it is not March. It is February. It is the middle of February where we should be in much colder conditions, at least where Sunday's level is supposed to be. But again, that high wind warning going to be something we keep an eye on. The wind conditions today, even though we didn't see that yesterday as much in the Permian Basin, we still got a lot of wind for us not being under any wind advisories.
Yeah, you know, the winds were stronger than expected yesterday afternoon and evening as that cold front rolled through the area, because there was a little bit of a cold front. And so, you know, we weren't included in that, but probably could have been because of how strong those winds were. I think we saw gusts up to about 55 miles per hour, give or take. Oh my goodness. At Midland International Air and Spaceport.
I didn't realize it was that windy. Goodness.
It was pretty
significant,
even though, you know, winds weren't expected to be that high. You know, I said about 40 degrees, give or take, or 40 miles per hour, give or take, for those winds yesterday, for those gusts, but it was even higher than that.
Okay, well, there we go. So kind of hard to track down exactly what we're going to expect, but that we do know is going to be happening today. Some blowing dust possible, especially for high-profile vehicles on the roads. It could get a little dicey out there in the open roadways of West Texas out there. So keep that in mind, because yesterday in some different parts of the country, we saw semi-trucks being toppled over.
Yeah, we talked about it during Wake Up West Texas, but in Colorado, there was a at least 30 car pileup on the interstate due to a brownout because of those strong winds. You know, there was just dust and dirt thrown all across the interstate. You know, and it comes on just like
quickly,
that. And,
yes.
You know, you don't have a ton of reaction time, and like at least 30 cars were involved. 4 people passed away, sadly. There was also a livestock truck that was caught in that, and 4 goats passed away. So very bad conditions out there, but bad in New Mexico as well. Cross portions of, you know, why are you smiling?
Huh?
Why are you smiling?
No, I was thinking. I'm sorry, I'm listening.
Portions of the Panhandle actually saw some fires ignite yesterday. And I don't think anything, you know, was too bad or got out of hand, but you know, really want to be, you know, vigilant with any sparks.
What's wrong?
I don't know. You keep making.
I'm just grinning. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking.
Don't grin.
I'm distracting you. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm a very happy person.
It's okay.
But glad to have you with us streaming here live on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We have news to now get you from across the country this morning, where officials at the Pima County Sheriff's Office in Arizona tell CBS that DNA recovered from gloves found near Nancy Guthrie's home did not match any DNA profiles in the FBI's national database. Authorities in Rhode Island, meanwhile, have identified the shooter who opened fire at a high school hockey game Monday.
And in Washington, the Capitol Police arrested an 18-year-old man who ran towards the Capitol building wielding a gun. CBS's Jesse Mitchell has more in today's top stories.
Officials at the Pima County Sheriff's Department in Arizona tell CBS News DNA recovered from gloves found near Nancy Guthrie's home did not match any DNA profiles already in the FBI's national database. Authorities say one of the most promising leads in the case is the backpack the suspect was seen wearing in the doorbell camera video the night Guthrie disappeared more than 2 weeks ago. The Ozark Trail backpack is sold exclusively at Walmart. Officials are working with the retailer to try and identify the individual who purchased the backpack. Investigators in Rhode Island have identified the shooter who opened fire at an ice rink during a high school hockey game Monday. 56-year-old Robert Dorgan, who also went by the name Roberta Esposito, shot and killed his ex-wife and adult son in the stands before being stopped by a Good Samaritan and turning the gun on himself. 3 more people, including his ex-in-laws, were critically wounded in the attack. And U.S. Capitol Police arrested an 18-year-old man in Washington, D.C. Tuesday after he ran from his car toward the Capitol building wielding a gun. Police say he wore a tactical vest and gloves and had a Kevlar helmet and gas mask in the vehicle. The man's intended target remains under investigation. Those are some of the day's top stories. Jesse Mitchell, CBS News, New York.
Health headlines now. Millions of kids in the U.S. aren't having their mental health addressed. A study published in JAMA Pediatrics found parents in 1 in 5 homes believe their kid needed treatment for mental health. It also found 40% of children ages 12 to 17 who had a major depressive episode didn't get treatment in the past year. Financial costs and difficulty accessing care were the biggest barriers to treatment.
And a new study sheds some light on how widespread over-the-counter and prescription medication use is in the U.S. The results published in JAMA Network showed nearly 2/3 of adults used over-the-counter or prescription medications in the past week. About 16% of people reported taking over 5 different medications, and 3% said that they are taking more than 10 medications.
We're learning more about how hearing loss could affect cognitive health and cognitive decline. Researchers in China found that people with certain types of age-related hearing loss performed worse on memory and brain function tests. The study also suggests protecting hearing health may also help improve brain health, and doctors may even be able to identify signs of dementia earlier by testing out our hearing.
And Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is set to face what could be his most critical audience yet. He is scheduled to testify in LA today in a lawsuit brought by a woman and her mother. The now 20-year-old claims that Instagram and YouTube purposely designed features on their platforms to addict young users. She says she became addicted as a child and it harmed her mental health. Zuckerberg is no stranger to being grilled. 2 years ago, he apologized to grieving parents who said social media contributed to their children's deaths, but that was in front of the Senate. This time, he'll have to convince a jury. There are more than 1,500 similar lawsuits, but this is the first to go to trial.
Which takes on a whole different meaning of social media. I mean, the detrimental effects could be profound, really, as you can see. The lawsuit, of course, still pending, but a young person, this young 20-year-old, to take on a big company like that, quite interesting to see how that will pan out, especially in regards to how it impacted their childhood, their upbringing. It's fascinating.
Meta doesn't own YouTube, does it?
No, Google.
That was mentioned in the lawsuit.
About them owning multiple.
Yes.
They own Instagram,
they
Facebook.
Said Instagram, but they said also YouTube, so that was interesting.
They might have a stake, I wonder?
Maybe.
Google definitely does, but I'm not that I'm aware of them. I'm aware of it all. No. I know they have partnerships, but
yeah,
maybe that's something to do with it.
Something to look forward, or something to look into, not forward to.
Right. Seeing what happens with this lawsuit brings up a bigger question of kids and social media growing up, how it is affecting their upbringing. It's so different from the way we grew up without phones, without technology, really at all, other than our TVs and things like that. But it brings up the question: do you think cell phones should be allowed in school as well? Because they're kind of with it at home, with it at school. Although at school in Texas, at least, it's been cut out by and large because of a new state law that went into effect in September of this past year. School districts having to adjust that and address that. It's actually on our West Texas Ways In poll right now, showing the results of 72% saying yes, schools should allow cell phones, 28% saying no. So fascinating.
I voted yes. We were in that time period where we still did have cell phones.
And it was fine with us.
It was fine with us. I think things have changed lately where people are more, kind of dependent on their phones.
And maybe not as conscious of how it looks to the teacher. You're trying to pay attention, focus. Yes, exactly.
So, but yeah, when we were growing up, it wasn't that big of a deal to, okay, put my phone away for a little bit. I was talking about earlier, we didn't have lockers. Lockers were not a thing in our schools. They're still not. So we had to carry around everything and had to have our phone in our backpack and stuff. Ow. Sorry, I just got a cramp.
Oh, gosh. Sitting too much.
These chairs are not good. But, I obviously think they can harm, teaching, learning, of course. It's distracting to the teacher if, at home looking down, everybody's on their phone. But, I think they should be overall allowed because, what if there is some type of emergency situation? Obviously, you can call the front office, but sometimes they're too busy, don't answer.
And we've seen in horrible situations where they do come in handy, so there is that aspect of the argument as well. And I remember when we were allowed to have those phones in school, we had times where we were told put them away or don't have them with you because we're going to be doing this exercise or this activity. So I think there's a balance there, but I mean, at least for this school year, there was a lot of pushback that we received and the school districts received that we heard about this new law going into effect. Now it's been in effect a whole semester. Curious what the results were.
It'd be interesting to kind of look into that again. Maybe a story for one of our reporters to do because it's been in effect for most of the school year at this point, or maybe something to look into at May once the school year is over.
Is wrapped up, and see if there are changes maybe because the state law it's often, of course, it can't be changed until the next legislature. That's not until next year because it's every other year, every odd numbered year inside of in Texas. And so it would be a while before that's able to be changed, probably the next school year and then the school year after that.
Wow.
So we're still a few years out before if any changes are made or if that's just going to be the law And it is currently and could be for quite some time. So interesting argument there. We always love to hear what you have to say. That poll will be up all day long if you'd like to weigh in on that. FirstAlert7.com/vote is where you can go to weigh in on all of our polls every morning right here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We've had a great show. We had a good time today going over many different topics, including cell phones, wine.
It is National Drink Wine Day.
It
so
is.
If you are a wine enjoyer,
get to it.
Some later today. Well,
drink responsibly.
It's literally 9 a.m. Don't get to it, please.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Don't do that, yes, unless you're an overnight worker like a lot of us are. Well, now we're going to take a quick news and weather update for our viewers on First Alert 7. Again, thanks for joining us for Wake Up West Texas Extra. We had a great time today. And now for a news and weather update.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Time now is 8:55 on this Wednesday morning. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McElroy for a check of the forecast outside. Sawyer, how's it looking?
Yeah, you know, we are still going to see breezy conditions today. Not quite as bad as yesterday, but still going to see some areas of strong winds, especially for western portions of the region. High wind warning in effect later this morning through tomorrow night for those areas in purple. And then a wind advisory in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas in tan. Red flag warning also in effect later this morning through tonight for those areas in red. Temperatures heading through the day are going to warm up nicely, but this morning we are seeing those temperatures anywhere from the 30s to the 50s, 51 in Midland, currently 52 here in Odessa. Those winds anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. And here's a look at our satellite and radar starting off the day, hanging on to some clouds, but otherwise quiet conditions. Through the day, we are going to see mostly sunny skies overall. Those temperatures warming into the 70s and 80s by this afternoon and evening. 75 for Midland and Odessa, 80 for Pecos and Monahans, 81 for Fort Stockton, 84 for Presidio. Coming up tonight, it is still going to be rather breezy with lows into the 40s and 50s, 47 for Midland and Odessa overnight heading into Thursday. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast where we are going to see temperatures remaining in the 70s Thursday and Friday as well with those breezy conditions ahead of a cold front that will cool things down into the weekend. Temperatures dropping into the 50s and 60s Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday as well. We will get rid of breezy conditions for the weekend before those winds pick back up and those temperatures warm right up as well into next week with highs back into the 70s and even 80s by next Wednesday.
Sawyer, thank you very much. We'll begin with news in the community now, where a Midland woman learned how to use TikTok with the help of her grandchildren, and now she is a TikToker, an influencer who is doing it all from her room at Manor Park. Torchy Swinson has 1 million followers on TikTok from all over the country. First Alert 7's Jay Hendricks had the chance to sit down with Mrs. Swinson on Monday as this month's Hendricks Hero. Torchy shares advice and inspirational thoughts with her followers and can't believe how many people have taken to what she says.
I guess it's a fact that people are hungry for old days, you know, the simpler times when we didn't have social media and the things that we did, because I found out that my stories that I talk about from my past and our life together, Homer and I we were married 62 years, only boy I ever dated. And so I think that old days and old times and things like that, people are hungry for it.
If you know someone who you think needs to be recognized, such as Ms. Swinson here for doing such a good job in our community, go to our website, firstalert7.com. At the very top of the website, if you look at the top, there's a bar there. On there it says Hendricks Heroes. You'll fill out some information, your contact information, but also the information of someone who you think is going above and beyond in our community and being extraordinary. Jay Hendricks there talking to her inside of Manor Park Village. Wonderful to hear from Torchy Swinson to see what you can do. Age is simply just a number, something to always remember on this Wednesday. Of course, you can see this story and all of our stories by logging on to our website. That is firstalert7.com. A reminder for you that our show, Wake Up West Texas Extra, streams live every weekday morning, Monday through Friday, right after Wake Up West Texas on your TV from 5 to 7. It airs 7 to 9 a.m. You can watch us live on the First Alert 7 Facebook page, First Alert 7 YouTube channel, our website, and of course our streaming TV app as well. In the meantime, don't forget to tune in to First Alert 7 News at noon a little bit later on with Jacob Brandenburg and meteorologist Sawyer McElroy for a check of your forecast. Until then, make it a great Wednesday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. What a fun show that was.
Yeah, you know, it's Wednesday. We're heading through the week, heading toward the weekend. Weekend looking nice.
It is looking nice. So glad for that and glad for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be Thursday, Friday Eve. We'll join us here, of course, again for another Wake Up West Texas Extra tomorrow. Until then, make it a great day and thanks for streaming with us.